Yeah. Let these bitches get to him like that, bro. And we live. Yo. Well, just do what I do today, man. You feel me? Yeah. Mic check. Yeah. Mic check. Yeah. Mic check. Is this what you want? DC that. Hey, you know I did that at the graduation for my sister, huh? Is this what you want? Nah, Uh-huh. You stupid. Yeah. Wow. What the business is, man? What it do? What's really good? Shit. Man, you know what this is. This is 90 Proof Podcast. Hey, man, we in the building today. Welcome, man. Yeah. What's going on? How y'all doing, bro? Building today. I feel. Where you at? In the building today. What's good, bro? I'm chilling, man. I can't call it, bro. Another beautiful day. Another productive day. See, we got all these damn mics on. Making things happen, making things pop off, trying to talk. I feel like I ain't been here in like a month. Fuck, it feels like it. It really does. It really does. It's been a minute, man. Has it? A couple weeks. Well, last week? For the first time in a minute? Yeah, we was all here last. Oh, yeah, you know what? It was early. Yeah. It was early in the week. God damn. Yeah. Okay. To be continued. Yeah. All right. Back to the story. Cool. All right. Anyway. All right, man. Welcome to the 90 Proof Podcast. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. You can find us on many different platforms. You can find us on where they can find us at, man. You can find us on all your podcast platforms. That's how I'm putting it now. You can find us on all your podcast platforms. Finally. Yeah, I can say that now. We can say that. We're located everywhere. Right. Shit. I don't think it's not a place you cannot go find us. That's a beautiful thing. If you go to your podcast and you whatever you watch your podcast on, if it's Amazon, if it's Apple, if it's any of that, look up Spotify, whatever it is. You can look up 90 Proof, Google Music, 90 Proof Podcast /90 Plus brand, and you should see our shit there. Our stuff. You can see our shit there. Our stuff. Okay, you can see our platform there. There we go. Also. Hold on, we got to start watching that because you know about them other stuff that's about to happen. So we got to I know. We got to dumb it down to a certain status. Un poquito, just a little bit. Just dumb it down a little bit. But it's a cheat code to this. It's a loophole to it. Yeah. And when we gonna find this loophole? Anyway, today is what is today? The 8th. The 8th of June. June 8th? Yes, it is. It's June 8th, 2022. And I don't even know what episode it is. I'm about to get back with DJ and find that out. Yeah. Hey, we've been running up some episodes. We have. So, first off, I want to go ahead and throw this out, man. Shout out to all the military services, the National Guard, Louisiana National Guard, who are AT now, dealing with their AT stuff and going through annual training. Shout out for them. Mm-hmm. What else? Shout out military. Shout out to military, of course. Who else I wanted to say shout out to? Somebody else. Oh, my dog, Reggie Ford, of course. Shout out to Reggie Ford for still out there doing what he's doing. Shout out, brother Ford. My boy, damn, I can't even think of him. Josh Blue. for doing his videos and everything else. Shout out to him. I ain't talked to you in a minute, but I seen you doing your thing. Shout out my brother Raphael, of course. Shout out my brother Jason, who, hey, if y'all looking for them, bracelets, stones, and stone necklaces, if you into that, you gotta go holler at my boy Buddha.
There it
Um,
is.
you feel me? Also with that, with the bracelets, and I feel like she does a lot of everything. Shout out to Relia Scott, for her movement and her bracelets and necklaces and basically everything she does, because she created our logo.
Blessings.
So I'm just giving shout outs. Let's
Oh
not just
yeah,
come on here and
yeah,
give some shout
yeah.
outs to
Ain't mad
certain
at that.
people. Um, I think that's all I got right now. Shout out,
Um,
matter of fact, shout out to people who are just basically living through life right now. Shout out to all of them.
yeah, it's a
The
lot going on.
the ups, the downs, the bads, the good, all that. Shout out to you for waking up this morning and doing what you're
Hmm.
doing.
You'll be surprised how many didn't. And
True
with
enough.
that being said, I'm gonna shout out my pops.
Your
Real
pops.
talk.
Okay.
You might not hear this yet, but you're gonna see it. Keep getting stronger. That's all I ask, and we gonna keep praying.
There you go.
We already know what it's hitting for. Shout out to Chico.
Chico.
Yes, sir. That's the man right there.
Bro. All right. Today, I'm just going to,
Mm,
I'm not even about to just,
mm.
I, fuck it.
Go there.
Yeah, I ain't want to
Hey,
go there.
go, nah. We didn't expect it to just be us to be here. Go there.
It's Lori Harvey,
Mm.
the new Kobe Bryant.
Oh.
I really feel like she's the new
Ooh.
Kobe Bryant, bro. She's 5 rings of death right now.
What did Dennis Green say?
What's up?
She is who we
Thought she was. They are who we thought they are.
It's that simple. She's a woman of little words, but she moves by her actions. And from how she moves and how she presents, the way she moves was understood and got to be explained. But there's a lot going on, and she's doing a lot.
I don't know. I still have to clap it up for her because she's not out here on her Jada Pinkett Smith shit.
Mm-mm.
She's not out here on Gabriella Union shit. She's not out here. Well, and then the thing about it is different is those two women are married,
Mm-hmm.
but she's not on the whole hot girl summer thing either. Like
Well,
again, for her to be so quiet is deadly.
it is. I posted something about that about an hour ago,
Mm-hmm.
just for the content, you know, the giggles and stuff. Just sit back and look and laugh.
Shits and giggles.
Yeah,
It's shits and
yeah,
giggles.
yeah. Because something was said that made sense. She's just doing what a lot of us brothers been doing for years.
What's that?
Her, and we know what it means when somebody says doing her.
Oh, I'm just doing me.
Mm,
I'm just doing me.
yeah,
Is those words like the term of I'm going through my whole stage? Oh, I'm just doing me.
you could look at it like that.
That's funny.
That's an excuse for what it is.
That's hilarious.
Just being who you are.
Okay.
Am I wrong for saying that?
Oh no. You're not wrong for saying it. It's just again, it's funny.
Yeah, it is. Comical as hell, because like you said, how they say the women get judged 120% harder for doing the same thing that most men do on a daily.
Facts.
So no judgment zone over here. You handle your business, do what you do. You. That's the best way I look.
Do
at
you, but don't do it around me.
it. And if you're smart, you won't do it around nobody. If you are gonna do you.
Facts. Mm.
But that's my opinion on it. I ain't nobody. I'm just Benjamin Buford Blue.
Facts. Okay. So if you haven't heard, I don't even know what to call her. I was gonna call her LT.
Yeah.
I know it's supposed to be like LH, but hey, LT sounds better than me because she out here knocking niggas down.
Lawrence Taylor 2.0. It makes sense.
She out here knocking niggas down.
Make all the sense in the world.
She the best robber. She's the best shooter. Hell,
What they say? I saw somebody posted about it. Like Michael B. Jordan is the crazy one because he thought he could save her. Question is, well, how do we know he was trying to save her? Maybe he was just trying to enjoy the moment, enjoy it for what it was, because he hasn't. You hear that what he was supposed to be proposing to. That's what they're saying.
But
they are saying.
They are saying that, and we can't take that as what it is. But that's the story that came out. He proposed to her, she said no, and now they're not together. Which brings us back to that same question we asked several videos ago. If you propose to a girl and she says no, what do y'all do?
Move on. Why would you not? If you
And see that's where we always get, because it's so much shit you can hold it. If you, maybe she's not ready, maybe you are.
That's
Now the question is, I think this will be the split when you ask somebody why you're not ready.
If you ask them why you're not ready,
Yeah, like what's the reason of you not being ready?
Do you have to have a reason why you're not ready?
What's the point of continuing a relationship if you're not ready to commit? And I think commitment supposed to come before a motherfucker actually propose to you.
Last I checked, it was.
So I can understand why people say, "Hey, you move on." But then, what if they have a legitimate, excuse, or a really not even an excuse, reason on why they're not, or why they don't want to
move on?
No, why do you not want to commit or get into a marriage right now?
That's based on the individual.
Exactly. So as people being together, don't you think that's something that you should read?
As people being together should be what?
So in my mind, I hear how the story came out, but you're telling me Michael just out the blue asked this girl to marry him, and they ain't have no words about it. So how the hell he know her ring size, or how you know, like
he wasn't sliding them hints in there some kind of way,
and is
that conversation?
Yeah, like the conversation. It took me again. If he did do it that way, then yeah, that's his fault. But I feel like if they didn't hint at it or play around with it or talk, they had some type of conversation about it.
Right.
She kind of knew it was coming then. So it's kind of weird. That's why I say again, after you ask somebody to marry you and they say no, what do you do after? You say move on. I'll probably be stuck in that mindset of being like, so why you don't want to get married?
Feel that. But
or is it you're not ready to get married because you're focusing on like what is it? Is it me, or you just don't want to marry me? And if you don't want to marry me, why did it have to take me to get down on one knee to ask you to marry me for you to say no, for us to separate? We could have been separated.
If Derek was here. That's what I talk about when I say transparency. Especially when it comes to something like that. Would you not believe that you have to be on one accord if you're going to take that next step to get to that level?
Yeah.
You have to have common goals, common beliefs, and it has to go together. It has to gel together for it to even work.
Okay.
If not, all you're doing is pissing in the wind. It don't make sense. And wasting your time. And last time I checked, time is money, cuz.
Time is money. Time.
I'm just serious. I'm just saying.
Is money, if you're gonna, baby. And the thing of, and that's the funny part. All that time been wasted, but that money been spent.
Oh yeah,
the money was being spent left and right.
Vacations. I'm sorry, vacations and
But see, I don't.
relationship goals and what everybody else in society thinks they want and how it should be, how do you know that's what they wanted?
What if her being in a relationship make her more money in society?
It could, as a
Like
socialite.
she don't want to get married, but in the same case, her being in a relationship brings in the fucking bag.
What else does she do?
I don't know,
That's my question.
but
What else does
but,
she
but this is
do?
the thing. I can't think like we used to think back then. The reason why, because back then we'd be like, "Yo, she don't do nothing. Like, how the fuck is she? Oh, she keep jumping in a relationship with all these famous people. That's the reason why she got bread." I
Right.
can't think like that no more because motherfuckers got like there's motherfuckers on social media right now making over $100,000 over advertisement, and you see them walking around. You don't know what the fuck they do, but
Exactly.
they got money. It's not because they're
People are
in a
paying
relationship.
them to
So
wear
yeah,
certain things,
yeah, exactly. I say
i.e.,
again,
the socialites out
social
here.
life.
Yeah.
She might bring a
She might
bag
be,
in.
yeah, she might be Paris Hilton it on out here. I can see it. Well, no, I take that back. She was a model.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not taking the
So
model thing away, but l- let's be honest. There's a lot of models out here.
official and unofficial, if you want to go there.
On the ground and off the ground.
Boy,
But I say again, it could be a lot of things. It could be a lot of things. But that'll be one of the questions that I have. I always wanted to like we talked about it. We asked that question before and was like, yo, what do you do after a woman tells you no, she don't want to marry you after you propose? Like, what do you do? And like you say, move on.
what do you? How are you supposed to respond to that? Okay, well, you can ask her why, which 9 chances out of 10, you already know that answer before you even ask it.
To a certain extent, but
You can read between the lines because I'm more than sure there will or have been hints that are showing that this woman does not want the same things that you want.
yeah.
Unless she's selling you a dream with a hell of a sales pitch. That's the only way that I can, where she's trying to
No,
bamboozle you. But in that case,
you can't sell a dream with a hell of a sell. See, the sell pitch was already given. The dream supposed to came after the sale.
But it did.
It didn't.
it did
So
not.
so it was a hell of a sell pitch.
But the dream was
The
real.
dream was not
Seeing the
there.
world like a nightmare. God.
Yeah. I don't know. That one was interesting. Like I saw it and I was like, yo, maybe the words Future chose to say in his song made sense to some and not all. And maybe this is what he was talking about. So does it make me think that Future tried to propose to her?
You wouldn't be surprised?
Nah, I don't think Future proposed, bro.
No,
Uh-uh.
not Future.
I say this because I don't think Future want to give up that bag.
I can see that.
I can see child support
Mm.
stinging this nigga right now. And then he got to go through a divorce and have to give up a bag. Oh my God. But you crazy?
Alimony.
But you crazy? I brought you in my life. You was around here for how many years, too? And you've been living like this with me? No, I can't make you my wife. You seen too much. You know too much. You've been counting my pockets
the whole time.
I don't know. I think it would be funny, but I think what he told Steve Harvey. Now this would be a flip side to it. What if she wanted to marry Future?
Could be. What if she did?
Mm-hmm. And that's why Future came out and said, "Hey, tell Steve Harvey, I don't wanna." I know. It's just things I just threw up there real quick to have you think about.
But
I don't know if it's true or not. But
at the end of the day, all we can do is speculate because all we see was from hindsight 2020, looking outside from a window, from a spectrum of what is and what isn't.
you people around here fucking with people's minds.
Oh man. I
want a perfect relationship like Michael B.
And all that kind of other stuff.
Man, Future said she's for the streets.
I cracked myself up.
Michael, hey man, but at the same time, I feel like if I don't know, maybe she is out here selling dreams.
Don't it seem like a hell of a moment for Steve Harvey? Stop right there.
Yeah, you go ahead and hit one.
Steve Harvey. You never should have got that in the first place. That meme that would make it funny is that meme of Steve Harvey looking like this the whole time. I'm sure that's what he's been doing. Like, what are you doing? I saw somebody else. What did the female put on there?
I'm never taking advice from Steve Harvey ever again. He ain't even get a good advice to his damn daughter. How he gonna give us advice?
No, I'm sure he done schooled her. Steve done told her whatever she needed to know. I'm more than sure of that. But
baby, you're young, you're beautiful.
Live your life.
Live your life.
And if they don't like it,
fuck them.
Hello.
I mean, don't fuck them like not. You know what? Fuck it.
She did. Wow.
Hey man, this 90 Proof Podcast, man. You know what we doing. You already know how this goes. But yeah, that whole situation was kind of funny to me.
It was.
I liked it though. It lasted. It gave the world something to talk about for about a year and a half. Now we're on to the next.
We can have until something else pop off.
Oh, we know it's coming.
Definitely.
Yeah. I wonder who it's gonna be though. Watch it be like Kodak Black.
No.
My name Kodak Black. But when you see me, I'm white.
Bruh, I actually listened to Dude for the first time on
hey man,
Kendrick Lamar.
He ain't stupid.
He's not.
He's very intelligent.
Nah,
he sound, but nah. The sound is ply sound kind of crazy at first too. And you see how
straight intellectual.
Yeah, he is.
So yeah. But other than that, man, what else going on in the world?
Shout out to my dog Johnny Depp.
Jack Sparrow.
Shout out. Oh no, don't call him Jack Sparrow no more. He said fuck Disney.
Oh, my bad. After he got the bag.
That man said he will never go work for Disney ever again. Oh, shout out my dog. What's Iron Man?
Iron Man.
Robert
Downey Jr.
Yep, Robert Downey Jr. Shout out him because he gave Johnny Depp like his first movie since the court case.
Oh, what?
Yeah, he's helping Johnny back on his feet.
Hey, I ain't mad at
And if you don't recall, Robert went through the same situation.
Same type of nonsense.
Same type of shit. So he stuck by Johnny the whole time, though.
What's powerful about that is
that shake bag was a bag in a bag in another bag in a bag.
Inside of a bag.
Yeah.
Inside of a box. Inside a warehouse. That's what that bag was.
A warehouse inside of a sky.
For real.
But yeah, shout out to Robert, man, because Robert getting Johnny back on his feet. So,
but how many other men go through that though?
I mean, I feel like relationships are supposed to have a certain status that they're supposed to get to, but I get mad when I say that because I'll be like, yo, you got to get married. Like that's what a relationship is really calls for. It goes from this point to marriage. But then that would be me being a hypocrite because I was like, yo, women literally get in these relationships just to get a ring. There's nothing
or
after.
Just for the wedding.
Or just for the wedding. Or just for the ring. So I can't be that way. But I do understand that relationships can't be when you're in a relationship or you're in a relationship. I don't even know how to put that shit. If you're in a relationship can become boring.
It can.
Now, when a relationship become boring and you want to leave this relationship, you don't want to leave this relationship empty-handed.
Mm-hmm.
And this is only speaking about people being in a relationship with people who have money, by the way.
So we're speaking of a relationship that's based on monetary gain.
Yeah, because I really truly believe that woman still loves Johnny Depp.
I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised.
But after Johnny probably got bored and she peeped it.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna get this bag before I get out of here.
Exactly.
Is that no? I ain't even gonna ask. Is that because I
No,
know it's
because
not.
this is the thing. It's not just a thing against him. Her campaign was for, you know, the whole women sexual assault and all the other
The Me
things.
Too movement and all
It's
that.
a part of that. She had a campaign of her own
Mm.
that blew up after
Hold
she.
on, before we even go there,
What's
Steve
up?
Harvey, stop right there. Break it down exactly what happens for those that don't know, because I'm ignorant to a majority of how this went down because I felt like it was nonsense.
With Johnny Depp?
Yeah.
Um, Johnny Depp was accused of sexual assault. He was accused of abuse. He was accused of all types of things by his former wife or his ex-wife.
Mm-hmm.
At the time, she had a campaign for sexual abuse and speaking out about these things and everything else like that. So when she came out publicly and said Johnny Depp was this guy who did this to her and everything else, of course Johnny Depp lost
His endorsements.
all his endorsements, the people who was backing him in Hollywood because Hollywood became strict on the whole sexual assault thing after the Me Too movement and after
Which makes sense.
yeah, because for years and years
We know what
we all
Hollywood
know
was.
Hollywood was.
Right.
So yeah, all that went down, but with her doing that, she kind of put herself in a real bad position.
Mm-hmm.
But Johnny was basically suing her for that.
He had the receipts the whole time.
Yeah, but he couldn't speak. Couldn't say nothing about it. It was like the Tory Lane and Megan Thee Stallion. Oh, we got to get to that too. But it's like the Tory Lane and Megan Thee Stallion situation where she could speak, but Tory couldn't.
But you know, in the back, you got that big joker
Yeah,
in your back
in the
pocket.
in the back of the pocket, he's like, "Yo, you really trying to? All right."
We see where this going.
But this the thing, Johnny didn't know she had receipts,
Mm.
but that was the problem. You in there recording shit every day, taking pictures of this, that, this, that. It's too much evidence.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you're trying to set somebody up. And you remember how we always look at videos and be like, "Yo, all right, we saw the video, but why is this the only part of the video we
That's
seeing?"
they're showing, right?
It
Hence
was
that
like,
orangutan video we were talking about earlier. But continue.
yeah, basically, yeah. Why they only showing this? I'm like, yo, what that man went over there and did to the damn monkey for that monkey to be like, yo, bitch, get over here. You know what I'm saying? Either way,
Cause and effect.
yeah. So I think the jury and everything else, he ended up losing. Johnny won, and he collected, I think, 15 million, or supposed to be winning 15 million. But I don't even think old girl has 15 million. So we'll see about that. Anyway,
So all that for, well,
all that, but again, I felt like,
it needed to be done.
yeah, and I think she also knew that Johnny wanted to leave her.
Mm-hmm.
So before you get up out of here, I'm gonna make a bag off you somehow, some way. Campaign, Me Too movement, the sexual assault, not Me Too movement. I don't know if they were a part of that or not. I'm gonna stop saying that. So sorry, I ain't
All
trying to.
speculation,
Yeah,
straight hearsay,
yeah,
hypothetically
exactly.
speaking.
But
Break it down.
as far as the that whole sexual assault thing, she started her own campaign, and it became big after she said Johnny did this to her, and then she had pictures of the black eye and all that. So everybody hated Johnny, and everybody was loving her, and she was getting all this and all that, and this, that, and that. But
Is it wrong to ask what did it take for it to get there? Or could you be, labeled as, you know, that dude for saying, okay, well, what did she do for Johnny to react like that? Is that being chauvinistic in saying that?
mm, I mean, he could play a part of it.
Mm.
I'm not gonna say it's wrong. I'm not gonna say he's wrong for not playing a part of it, or he's not a part of it at all. I'm not saying Johnny's completely innocent.
Right.
But at the same time, it's like, yo, that's taking it to the fucking, you know what I'm saying?
And I'm non-violent all day, so I'm not putting my hands on nobody. I don't support anybody that put their hands on nobody. But my mama always taught me, if she woman enough to put her hands on you,
And
but
and I was taught differently.
you got to
I
walk
mean,
with
yeah,
eggshells
yeah,
on.
yeah. But at the end of the day, I was taught that if it comes to putting hands,
That's a problem. It
that's
shouldn't even have to get there.
that's when it's time to go.
Right. What's that saying? If you got a beater, you don't need him.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where it comes to you actually thinking before you acting.
Which is hard to think
Mm.
when you're
Especially in the
only
heat of the moment.
in the heat of the moment. You're only going off of emotions.
Hmm.
The true power is actually, having the patience
And
and
self
speaking
control.
and self control. The discipline is the true power of any human being. Being able to speak your mind even in the heat of the moment, even when a fist is being thrown at you and everything. I think that's the reason why I admired certain people back then, the Malcolm X's, the Martin Luther Kings. It's not just because of what they were speaking about. It was the fact that of the discipline and control they had.
You gotta have it to be able to move like that. You have no choice. If not, you get consumed in whatever's trying to take you out.
Because you could imagine motherfuckers telling you, like, you leading this group of people, but this is a bunch of people who are basically following you, who all have minds of their own.
Mm-hmm.
I could hear them being like, yo, we get hit with rocks and you ain't doing nothing. I could hear it, man. You need to go do this. And for you to have that discipline and be like, I got
Yeah,
this.
yeah. Feel that.
It's crazy, like, to me. But that's some real, that's some real, but,
That's hellified self control to even get to there though.
but I,
To not allow the negative or whatever is, I guess you could say, impulsive at the time to get to you, to be able to not respond the way that that particular individual wants you to respond to it.
facts.
And that takes a lot. I ain't saying it's easy. I ain't saying, it's something that can be done overnight or everybody's capable of doing that. But when you get to the point of where you can hold your, how the old people used to say that, bridle your tongue. When you get to the point of where
My bad, boo.
yeah.
I was just trying to see how it was sounding.
Mm-hmm. When it gets to the point of where you can literally bridle your tongue and not add fuel to the fire to even take an altercation to that level.
Yeah. But the thing about it is the it's a lot of things to build. It's a lot of things to build when it comes off of arguments or relationships and everything else. To me, it's a lot that plays a part of it. Um, the hardest part is basically trying to find out if a person actually likes you.
Mm.
That's really the hardest part of a relationship.
Or do they have motives, or they as genuine as they put
Mhm.
themselves out there to be?
Exactly. That's the hardest part, and that's sad.
If we can
That
decipher that, I think we make a lot of money.
Yeah.
Because there'll be a lot of people coming to us.
Yeah. Man, does a girl like me or not?
Common sense will let you
Say,
know
bro,
that.
she don't like you,
Fact.
but whatever you got,
She want that.
she fucking with it, or he fucking with it. However you want to look at it, but that's the biggest thing to me is finding out in a relationship if a person actually like you for being you. Point blank period. Because if people don't know that, then they can always refer back to it as what it is. Hey, I haven't changed. I've been the same person. You like me because of what? Now give me your legitimate reasons on why you like
Why?
me. And I could tell you right now, from 12 years ago to now, and I'm still the same reasons you can sit up there and say you like me, I still do. That I was doing 12 years ago, I still do now. So you actually do like me. So what is really the problem?
I got a question for you, and this comes from a level of dialogue I had with a certain young lady on social media earlier today.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I feel like when I say, somebody, a relationship should be like a hand in glove to a certain extent. Not saying that that's something that
Say it. Fuck it. Say it. A hand in glove. So a relationship should be like a hand in glove. Explain.
when I say that,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like no relationship is perfect. Let's just throw that out there. Perfection is a myth in general. But with that being said, if you can be on one accord,
One thing. You said, what is a myth?
perfection.
perfection is a myth. Okay.
To be perfect.
Is perfect a what do I want to say perfect is? You say it's a myth, but the description of perfect, is that a opinion? Like the word perfect, is it a opinion?
No, it's based off of a mathematical equation. 100 for 100 is perfect. Correct? What relationship you know is going to be just everything's going to work out?
See when
None
you
of
said
them.
I don't
But when I say it, when I speak on that, I speak in reference to
I hate how you just hit me with that fucking 100 for 100 is perfect. That's not perfect.
what is that?
It's no such thing. It's not perfect. It's equal.
100 for 100 is equal. What?
A
Say it again.
100 for 100 is equal. 100 for 100.
So if you shoot 100 free throws,
Mm-hmm.
you make 100 free throws.
Mm-hmm.
What's that considered?
Oh, okay.
You see what I'm
If I
saying?
shoot 100 free throws and I make 100 free throws, then I was perfect from the line.
Exactly.
Or I was 100 for 100.
It's,
I
yeah,
don't
you're
know.
right.
The
You're right.
perfect,
I feel that.
the mist. When I'm saying when I hear perfect, I don't think of like that.
Mhm.
I always feel like when somebody say, "Yeah, the wedding was so perfect," or "Oh man, that car is so perfect," or I always feel like perfect. It
In, in, in,
it
in,
is
in
it,
that regard, is in the eyes of the beholder. Because at the
it's
end of
like
the
a
day, you speak of that wedding that you was talking about.
yeah.
You don't know what it took for it to get to the level of what you assumed
It's
was
perfect,
perfection.
yeah, but
You don't know how many of the
to
bridesmaids was fighting in the back. You don't know
no, all
what the
that can
groom was
happen.
doing.
All that can happen. But the groom is like, "Dog, this wedding is horrible."
Matches that they won't be there in the first place.
Exactly. But at the end of the day, I'm just saying the
Yeah.
perfect thing. But you going back and say because when I hear perfect or perfection, I'm like,
It's a myth,
yo, they
dog.
tell you that people art was beautiful, it's perfect. It's like, yo, how is it perfect to you if you didn't even create that?
I put perfection and normalcy in the same category.
Yeah.
It's what you assume perfection or what you assume being normal is. When people say, "Oh, I just want a normal life," at the end of the day, what the hell is normal?
I only put it in God's way. And the reason why I said that is like it don't matter if you have fucking 11 fingers. God made you this way. God made you're perfect to God. You ain't wasn't made perfect for us.
Perfect
You
in
was
His image.
you was perfect for Him in His image.
I feel that.
So that's the only reason why I would use the word perfect. It's hard for me. I can't even think. We can go back and watch tapes, and I don't think I ever said something was perfect. Yo, the show tonight was perfect. Nah, the show tonight was good.
Now we can look back at it and see what could have been done better
Better.
and so on and so
Yeah.
forth. But
So it ain't. Uh, uh,
yeah,
But if
but
somebody decides to say that their old lady or man, is perfect, then to them,
they're perfect for them.
yeah, that's their opinion about them.
And in regards to that, now my opinion on that would be,
Don't lie in front of your friends.
I'm not. I'm not.
Think of it. Don't be up here lying in front of your friends. Don't be capping in front of your friends.
Nah,
Man,
but
my
it's
girl, man, I'm telling you right now, my girl's
nah.
so fucking perfect, man. Blasey, blasey, blasey. Be looking at him like,
Knowing that when she's sleeping and she grind her teeth, that probably irked the hell out of your nerves. It ain't everything
yeah.
that you
Or you that
said.
came in here and you complain about this motherfucker too many goddamn times.
For
So
real.
hey, either way, it might be perfect
No
for you.
cap, but yeah.
Just don't lie to your friends about it.
Nah. And you shouldn't even have to. But in reference to the analogy I was using as far as hand in glove, what I mean by that is it's simple. You go through things together, you have common goals, things that you want to accomplish professionally, personally, as in a relationship. You will have your bumps and bruises, but when you get on one accord, that's when I feel you get on that lock in where it's more like a hand in glove. But it takes work to get there. Now the question of the day is who willing to put in the work.
See, and I don't like that. I don't like the who's willing to put in work. The reason why I don't like that is because now it becomes something more than what it was before you actually hook up with the person.
That's usually what happens in a relationship, right?
Um, and that might be the problem.
It starts one way and evolves into something different.
Well, yeah, I mean, it starts one way and evolves in something different, but does that same something still exist?
If you allow it to. And what I mean by that is you communicate with that individual.
But that's the thing when when it evolves into something else. What I'm saying is it has to be a base form of
There has
what
to
it
be a
was.
but there also has to be a conversation about that as well.
True enough. So if you see that your relationship is evolving, it's like, yo, how did we start? Like, you ever realize you've been in a relationship
And
with
the next
somebody and be
and
like, and they
about
tell you,
two years later, how did we get here?
how did we
Based
get
on where
here
did we
based on where
start?
we started
Facts.
at?
I got you.
And
Yeah.
what's funny about it is, even when people be like, yo, we need to spice up our relationship, this. If you pause and go back how you started, you'll realize that shit that y'all was doing back then was the spice
Was
of the relationship. And then
preparation.
when they spice the relationship, they just doing the shit they did when they
When they
started
started.
in the beginning.
Because when you start, there's no consequence. There's no judgment. You
No,
just
you learning each other.
exactly.
You want to see how far each other want to go. How you learning each other to the point where that's where it goes to. The thing about it is, just because you learn a person, that person is still alive.
Right.
So that person is still growing.
Right. So they won't be the same person that they were back then.
Never, but they will have the same. If it grew with you, that's what they will always know about you.
Mhm.
Good or bad, ugly or anything else. We sit back and hear crazy motherfuckers talk about how the person they was dating is this raped them and did all these evil things to them, but they still love that person. Why? Because of what was going on in the beginning.
That's what gravitated to you in the first place.
Exactly. So they always keep that peace in their mind. I say nowadays what people need to do in relationships is always keep that starting how it started, how y'all was when it started.
Keep that same energy.
Keep that up here. Still grow,
Mhm.
but keep that up there. And when somebody get lost in your relationship, remind them of, hey,
Of what your ceiling could be.
this how this started, my nigga.
Mhm.
This is where this came from. Like we didn't just bump heads one day and was like, yo, we got a problem. I don't feel like talking to you no more. You argue too much. You do this too much. You did this too much. Well, if we go back to the start, you met me when I was doing what? Arguing, fighting, going back and forth, like really giving my mind and speaking my mind about what was going on.
Mhm.
You like that about me. We get in a relationship, you think that was just gonna stop. No, I'm gonna still speak my mind, or I'm still be who I am from the day you met me. So if you fell in love with that, make sure you don't ever get that confused with y'all too.
At the end of the day, we're creatures of habit.
Yeah, we are. But we also, again, learning, growth.
Mhm. Evolving.
So when motherfucker tell you some shit like that,
And if
well,
they're
I
not,
don't know why you done turned into this person. You were so such this in the beginning and da 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 da.
that's
It's like,
simple.
yo,
That's simple. Newton's common theory of law.
if you do understand, I was speaking my mind then about what people did. The reason why I was speaking my mind is because evidently they did something
Hmm.
to me
Right.
for me to speak my mind.
And there may be actions that are done in between that make you change your perception of certain things.
Yes, and it might be a person who is able to talk to me in a certain way to be like, yo, not towards me. You know what I'm saying? I understand where you're coming from. I understand why you're mine.
Mhm.
Like I can understand it. It's not a battle. But
And
even back then, when I was talking to people who I wasn't dealing with and did something to me, it wasn't no battle at all. I'm here to kill you
hmm,
in words
to conquer.
to let you know exactly how I feel. And if you ever cross the line with me again,
You
you ain't
know,
got to worry about
it's
words.
up there. You know,
You ain't got to worry about words. So I was always a person who voiced in my opinion, voiced in my like. I felt like what my grandma taught me when I was younger. Tongue is a motherfucking sword. It's a
real
gun. It's
talk.
whatever you. It's a nuke bomb
One of the most lethal weapons out there.
on my body. So I'd rather give you these words before I actually have to do something to you.
Mm.
Because common sense is common sense. I'd rather speak to you with common sense and let you have an understanding where I'm coming from to see if you have understanding where I'm coming from. And if you don't get it, oh well. I'm just letting you know. Don't do that shit towards me again. Call it a warning. Like Brendan tell you, he's like, man, that nigga Mitch. You make Mitch mad enough, that nigga have everybody in this bitch fighting. He'll sit back and be looking at y'all.
And what does that all boil down to? And that can go back to another episode that we had. Consequences.
Yeah, consequences. That's number one thing. That's consequences. But call it what it is.
Yeah.
Game on yet? I just jumped on here just to talk a little shit.
Hey, I'm with it. It's all love, all good. We are the 90 Proof Podcast. You know what we do?
Doing we might get on talking here. Shit.
We might get on here just a little bit. We might have a conversation.
Or two.
Or three. Yeah. Or it might be a rant sometimes. We know how that goes. But appreciate you for having a listening ear. Appreciate you for checking us out. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I'm your boy Dell, neighborhood solar guy. Get up with me if you're looking for any kind of solar panels. I got you on that.
Man, you know who I am. I'm Simp Shit Mitch. You heard me? On top of that, if you didn't know, I go hard.
Better ask somebody.
I'm talking about Bluetooth hard.
Wow. Like how you threw that in there. That was a nice one. Nice one.
Hey, man, this is 90 Proof Podcast, man. What? What do you say? Blow your back out. Message. Hey, man, this is 90 Proof Podcast, man. We'll get back with y'all in a couple of days, man. We just want to jump on here and let y'all know. Hey, we fuck with y'all. We fuck with y'all.
We might not be around as much as we used to, but we still here.
We still here. We still moving. We still rocking. We still doing what we do best. Giving you 90
blessings, health, prosperity, and success to you and your family, whoever you may be.
Whenever y'all get a chance, jump on any of the podcast platforms and come check us out. 90 Proof Podcast / 90 Plus Brand. Check us out. Let us know. Leave your criticism. I would say leave it at the front door, but bring that shit in the living room. Bring that shit in the living room. Come in and talk about us. Let us know what we got a problem with. What y'all got a problem with. This is what we here for. This is what we do. I'm just trying to create something that is for everybody.
That's it. Looking for a dialogue. That's it.
On some real shit. I sit back and I listen to all these podcasts. They got a strict way of doing this. I'm like, nah, bro. Let's talk about real life.
I'm gonna throw something out there though.
What?
And this is something that's been asked to me a couple of times.
What you got?
When y'all gonna get a woman on to come and give their opinion?
Man, I'm opening the door for all women. Look, I'll let women get on here and just let them run off. I will literally sit in the back and record if that's the case. If women want to come in here and gossip and sound like they at the goddamn beautician, like they at the damn shop doing hair.
Come on with
I let them sit in here and run it all damn night. I have no problem with that. If y'all didn't understand that we don't have no problem with women, it's just the whole society, the system that's set up that has everybody thinking in one manner, and it's like, yo,
that us against them mentality.
Yeah, I don't fight y'all. I don't have to be against y'all. It's not even like that.
You might not believe it, but we all about constructive criticism over here.
Believe me, bring that shit. I argue with the best of them. That's why I created the podcast. That's why we here to fucking argue our opinions on certain shit. But the thing about it is, women, you have to have an open mind. Say anything. I got a partner named Slim. Everybody know DJ. Me and Slim could agree on everything that's being said, but best believe we gonna find a way to not agree, just to open the mind, because we know it's people that's at home who think that way.
They think differently.
They think completely different,
against the grain,
and there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, you learn more. You can understand where people come from. It makes conversation a lot better.
Boy, I colored outside the line for years, so I get it.
That was tough. Yeah, man. What you did, man? I colored the background.
For real.
You see why everybody else is invisible in the picture, huh?
Get it. Now you see why we here.
But this is 90 Proof Podcast, man. We'll get at y'all later.
Blessings, man.
Deuce.